everyone. Yeah, that's funny, huh? We just got back from occupational therapy and now we're just hanging out in Freya's room. Uh, I'm Marcy, if you don't know me. This is my youngest daughter, Freya. I have 4 kids. She has a rare syndrome called Cornelia-de-Lange syndrome that affects her growth and development. And with that, I was talking to my sister this weekend about how there's a lot of things that insurance covers for Freya, which is great. But there's a lot of things that insurance doesn't cover for Freya that we pay for out of pocket. And I kind of wanted to show our favorite things that we have for Freya that we have paid for out of pocket. All right, if you guys have been around, I know you will recognize this. This is Freya's couch. We got it at Costco. It's a nugget couch-like thing, but it's not a nugget couch. We love this. I've been really surprised how often we have used this. Now, the great thing about this is you can stack these. This is separate cushions. These are separate cushions. These are separate cushions. So you really can configure it any way you want to. We have lots of fun making forts. We used it for a movie night and kind of laid them all out and put pillows and blankets. We have absolutely been loving this. Yeah, you want to show them how it works? Freya loves to crawl up here and take these out because they come out. Yeah, you gonna get up there? This is great for Freya's development. Right now we're working on climbing on things and also fine motor skills like grabbing and pulling on things. So the combination of those two things are absolutely fantastic. There you go. Yeah, show them. Oh, pull, pull, pull. Pull, pull. Good job. And we have the light, or not light. What is this? Electrical socket back there? She knows. We have the covers on them because she kept finding it and trying to grab it. Yeah. So now you know you can't, huh? Yeah. Things like this we use. We don't do like a traditional sit down for an hour every day and practice physical therapy exercises. We do things like this. We like play, huh, Freya? So we will set this up so she has to climb up, put her favorite toys at the top so she will do it. That electrical outlet has been a good motivator to get her to pull these squares out all the time. You having a great time? Oh, did I turn on the bubbles? This is another thing that Freya absolutely loves. I just turned it on and it takes a minute to kind of get going. But it is this bubble tube. They had one of them at the children's hospital we go to, and she was absolutely mesmerized. There's these little fish that will, once it starts going, will float up and down this tube. And just the changing lights, the bubbles, and it does have like a noise and a vibration to it. Freya absolutely loves it. I have people ask me all the time, won't that trigger her seizures? Freya is not photosensitive for seizures. At least not like this isn't flashing. I don't know if it was a really big flashing light, but so far, as we know, that doesn't affect Freya. Oh, you can see one of those fishes. I absolutely love this thing too. I want one in my room. Just a little mood light. So see how the fish like swims around? Look how cute it is. Whoa, are you upside down? Yes. Like I'm saying, she absolutely loves this thing. That's not how you get off the couch. That's not how you get off, silly. Hello? A couple of the more practical things in Freya's room is this space heater. Freya is very sensitive to hot and cold. It's part of her Cornelia de Lange syndrome. She just does not regulate her temperature very well. And she also will not keep a blanket on her. So we can dress her in warm pajamas, but we also need the help of this space heater to just kind of keep her room a constant temperature. That's me and my little sister. Look how cute we are. A lot of people say Fiona looks like me, and I agree she looks like me now, but I feel like as a baby, Jessie favors me as well. All right, number 2, cameras. We did not have a baby camera in our house until Freya started having seizures. Before that, I can hear her from my room, so it wasn't a big deal. Once she started having seizures, I felt like I needed a camera on her at all times so that if I woke up in the middle of the night, I wasn't coming in here 10 times checking on her, that I could just look at the camera and see. So we love having that. Do you see those fishies? Oh, okay, baby gates. That's a big thing in our house. This baby gate is here to protect that electrical outlet. Freya loves unplugging things and then the outlet is exposed. So we put this baby gate here to keep that electrical outlet safe from little fingers. We also have one at the top of the stairs, and then we just added this new one over here. And this keeps Freya out of the mudroom. So our mudroom is back here. That's where all our shoes and backpacks and vacuums and everything belongs. This started, again, if you guys have been here, after we got this shoe bin. So we got this shoe bin because Freya was chewing on all of our shoes. That works great for the shoes by the back door. But back in our mudroom, this is where, you know, the kids will hang their coats, their backpacks, and their shoes. This is, oh, Suki's not in there. There's Suki's bed and shoes. So she would crawl back here when we got that and start chewing on these shoes. So now we keep her out. This is also where the dog food is. And she loves the dog food. So this keeps her safe. Another thing that keeps Freya safe that is an absolute must-have is baby locks on our cabinets. We got this one with the magnet, and let me tell you, it's the way to go. We used to have the ones at our old house that you kind of pulled it open a little bit and then had to push down on this, which with Freya's tiny little hands, she could get her hands in there and get into a lot of trouble. So I like that these ones keep it very closed. We have this magnet that you have to open them with, and the magnet just stays right here under our cabinet. It comes with a little holder. Absolute must-have. Now, I'm not going to go through all of Freya's toys because there are a lot. But what I will say is I find that when we buy like quote-unquote developmental toys or toys for kids with autism or toys for disabled kids, those come at a higher price. I don't think they're any better, but just anything that's tagged as a developmental toy is always more money. She's loving this one, huh? Yeah, you love it? We also love this Melissa and Doug puzzle. We put it up on the wall so that she could use it a lot easier, and she plays with this thing every day. All right, we're in the kitchen, on to food. Luckily, Freya's insurance, our insurance, covers Freya's food. They didn't used to, and this is a huge thing that once we started getting this covered, it saved us like $500 a month. $500 a month. So that's amazing. But Freya needs special sippy cups. Not special. These are just sippy cups, but these are the ones she uses, and they're expensive. When Freya ate pureed food, she doesn't so much anymore, which is sad. I was talking to her, so she has a feeding therapist, and I was talking to him about purees. And I used to be able to puree Freya's food and feed it to her, and I would do new recipes and see what she liked, and it was so fun. We're a family that likes to eat, and a lot of our fun times revolve around food. And I feel like with Freya, I am so grateful for Kate Farms and everything it does for her. I feel like her development and growth since starting Kate Farms has just taken off. She's getting everything she needs. Her body agrees with it. It's amazing. I just miss making food for my baby. But when she did, we used these reusable pouches. If you buy a pouch at the store, they're like $1, $1.20 each. We would puree our own food. These have a little zipper in the bottom. You just pour the food in there, zip this up, put the lid on, throw it in the fridge, and then pull it out as you need it. I absolutely love these. These are called Squooshi food pouches. These are amazing. Of course, when we pureed, we also needed a good blender to puree the food. We have a Ninja, but I know a lot of people, here's our Ninja blender. A lot of people love the BlendTec for food purees, especially through G-Tube. Freya didn't get purees through a tube. She only got formula through her tube when she had it. So the Ninja did just fine for us. Here's Freya's little food section. We do have some purees on hand. She doesn't eat them very frequently. I always get them thinking that she'll start again, and she doesn't. She does like these yogurts, the Go-Go Squeeze yogurts, and we usually have an applesauce pouch here. She will eat the applesauce. So it's something. Then we've got all her... So Freya used to have to eat gluten-free. It's a whole long story, and I'm sure I have a video on it called EOE, eosinophil esophagitis is what it is. And basically her throat reacted to an allergen, and we didn't know what the allergen was. So she had to go on like a completely allergen-free diet while we figured it out. She doesn't eat a lot, and so I can't say for certain that she can eat gluten without problems, but Fiona, Jesse, and I all eat gluten-free. We have celiac. So Freya just eats these gluten-free crackers still because when she had to eat gluten-free, she loved them. So we keep buying them. The scooter board, you guys. This was, I think it was somewhere around $20. Best $20 I have spent in years for Freya. She absolutely loves this thing. It gives her freedom to move around the house quite quickly, and it's also a sensory input type of thing. She loves spinning around. She loves going fast. She loves going fast and then stopping really quickly. So this has been by far the best purchase I've made in the last couple of years for Freya. Now, the last couple things I know are in the car. Thing number one I'm going to say is the car seat. And why I'm going to say this is because Freya is almost 6. She will be in a car seat, I'm fairly certain, her entire life. So it's kind of an extra cost that I normally wouldn't have if I had a typically developing 6-year-old. I feel like most of my kids, by the time they were 6 or 7, were in a booster seat, and we will have to keep buying new car seats for Freya for forever. Car seats are good usually for 7 years. And with my other kids, they would have a car seat like this, and by the time they grew out of it, we did not have to buy another one. We will have to continue to buy Freya a car seat for the rest of forever. Here is Freya's iPad. And this was a necessity to get her before we started an AAC device, because she needed to get the concept of an iPad and you touch and something happens. So we ended up getting that for Freya. It was an old used one. We did not buy her a brand new iPad, but it was something that we felt was necessary to get her to where she needed to be in order to start using an AAC device. All right, this last thing was in the car, but I thought I'd bring it in for Freya because she usually loves it. This is called a Buzzy Buddy. This thing vibrates. You turn it on. So this not only, here Freya, she might not, there we go. This not only provides sensory input for Freya, it also helps with sensory aversions in her mouth. A lot of kids that have severe reflux or have had an NG tube in the NICU will not like sensory input in their mouth just because of trauma from the tubes going down or from reflux coming back up. So we got this for Freya when she was really little. It has helped not only like sensory input and regulation, but it's also helped with feeding, believe it or not. There's different little heads you can put on that are different shapes. She seems to like the bear, so we keep it on there most of the time. But it just helps her to feel comfortable and safe putting food in her mouth. Is the Buzzy Buddy your favorite? We also there's a very popular brand called Z-Vibe for this, but they have their own batteries that you have to recharge. We like this one because not only was it cheaper, but it also just takes, I think it's a AAA battery. It took it like a standard battery. We take it everywhere. It's usually in the car because it will settle her down on car rides. I had to come find our swim bag because we're not using this stuff currently, but all this stuff is very important. We have these little cooling, I don't know what to even neck wrap, I guess you would call this. These you put in water and they are cooling. We absolutely use these for Freya all summer long. You won't see her without one. Absolutely love them. The other thing in here that is brand new to us this year is this amazing little cooling vest. It is from Polar Products. My brother had an outdoor wedding last year in August, and he wanted to make sure Freya was comfortable at his wedding, and was absolutely amazing and got her this cooling vest. It comes with these cooling packs, and these are amazing because they freeze at a higher temperature than ice does. So you can put these like in ice water and they will freeze and stay cold for hours. And basically you just open up this. There's a long one that goes up her spine that cools there, and then there's two on the front that cool there. It is super adjustable. She's a 2T now. We have it pretty much cinched up, the smallest it'll go. And so this will help her for years and years and years. We absolutely love this. I do have a coupon code with this company. So if you're interested in any of their cooling products, they have icing products for joints. They have cooling products. They have neck wraps. They have cooling headbands. Anything you can think of, they honestly have, and they are amazing. The code is Freya10, and it's Polar Products. Alrighty, there's my list of things that we have paid for out of pocket that help Freya, and we love it. I'm sure I have forgotten quite a few things, but there's a very short list for you guys. We are going to say goodbye, and I hope we will see you guys next time. I keep hoping that we'll be able to start hiking. It's kind of turning to better weather, and then now that I am making plans, it's snowing again today. So we'll see. I'm hoping next week we can go for a hike, but it all depends on whether it's snowing or raining or what's going on. So come back and see what we're up to next time. And as always, thank you for being here. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. That just makes sure that you see all our videos, turn on the notifications, and it'll notify you whenever we have a new video. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next time.